about me coming out here and maybe watching the sunrise. So it is currently Colorado time, June 19th at 5:05 a.m. This, you can see my yard here, that all those lights, that is the edge of my yard. Those are solar, right? And we're just waiting. I did look, and the I don't know what I'm talking about. It's early. It's too many days early in a row, but sunrise should actually happen at 5:32. So we got a little bit of time to chat and see. I'm gonna see if I can maybe put this thing up. I commented that for me to do a live sunrise, it would have to be a few different things that kind of went into play. For one, my puppy had to get me up, which of course we know that's going to happen, right? And the other one is my hair had to not be, you know, like too crazy. I don't think this is too crazy. You've seen me like this, right? This is bedhead. We got this, right? So my hair had to be not too crazy and my eyes had to be open. So I did it. I knew this was going to be a surprise pop-up for all of us, like definitely me. There you have it. I have made the coffee. I do have a cup of coffee. I have it in the to-go cup because my feral puppy, if it was in a regular cup, he'd be jumping all over me until I spilled it. And because he's a little coffee addicted, right? You know, I know dogs aren't supposed to have coffee, but we didn't know that at first. So they like it. But I did read about it. For the dogs, for the allergic for the coffee, they pretty much have to eat their weight in coffee. You know what I mean? It's a lot of coffee. So, you know, so the little bit of coffee that they may steal out of the coffee cup if you walk away, they're okay, right? And what does it do to them? Same thing it does to us. Makes their heart race. Go figure. I mean, but there you go. It is morning, so we're expecting, like I said, okay, so that's my yard, right? So when I talk about I have a decent yard, I mean that's neighbor stuff, but this is what I see from my backyard. See, there we go, and we're getting a lighter up and everything. So there we go. Got some trees over here. Has some other stuff going on. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Carrie. How are you guys doing? So I don't know what the sunrise is going to be like today. No clue. A little chilly this morning. You can definitely hear the birds. I mean, oh my gosh, that is one thing. Coming out here before it gets too bright and everything, and you know, really warm like it's been lately. Hearing the birds and the chirping, oh wow, it is amazing. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Muhammad. How are you guys all doing? Good morning. Everyone's doing great. Robin's doing great. Thanks. How are you? I'm doing really well. I do have to go to work today, but it'll be after the sunshine actually comes up and we can see that. Hopefully it's a good sunrise today. No clue. Hi, Amir. How are you doing? Midday in Cyprus. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, it's like I said, it's 5:08 a.m. here. I am Colorado Mountain Time, and Colorado state slogan is Colorful Colorado. And depending on where you're at, you're like, are you kidding me? You guys are in high desert. But it is absolutely beautiful. It really, really is. Yeah, it's pretty wonderful. Hi, Ben. How are you doing? Thanks for everyone for showing up. I mean, it is, for you guys, it's not early. For me, it is early. So that's pretty cool. Oh, East London, 1310, that's 110. Okay. Yeah, I get the military time, right? South Africa. That is, you know, that's one thing that I've talked about that I absolutely love about this YouTube community. Here, this is an impromptu live, and there are people that, you know, we would never know each other in any other way, but yet showing up on a live, we all get a chance to talk to each other, meet each other, share ideas and stuff like that. I absolutely love that. 6:09 in Illinois. Yeah, so really 6:09? Oh yeah, it's only an hour difference. Why am I thinking 4 hours? I don't know. My brain's not working. I do know math. Watch the documentary Europa, The Last Battle. Okay, what's that about? And good morning from Connecticut. Hi, Judy. How are you doing? Vote Trump in Colorado. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, lots of good stuff going on. I don't know. We're seeing some light come in, so it's going to be great. I mean, if I quiet for a few minutes, can you guys hear the birds? Can you hear that? My eyes are definitely Chinese in the morning. This is a true statement. Yeah, there is no doubt about that. That was one of the jokes of, for me to do a live and everything in the morning, I had to make it to where I looked like I had eyeballs, but that is definitely a morning trait for me. They do open up later in the day. They really, really do. But in the morning, it's always been like this since I was a child. Very much so. Very much so. Teresa says, good morning, hun. Great way to start your day. It's 7:10 a.m. here in Akron, Ohio, watching the storm clouds roll in. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping we don't get a storm. Yesterday, it was a lot cooler than what I expected. I didn't have a coat in my car. It's Colorado. I get it. It's June, but you should always have a coat in your car. You never know what's going to happen. And it was a little chilly. I'm not going to lie. I left the house expecting mid 70s. I'm going to be wanting to take off layers. And it kind of surprised us. Like, morning from the UK. Wow, that is amazing. And Alaska. Uh, this is so cool just to see all the different places, because normally I'm not on at this hour, and who's actually awake. That's what I think is pretty neat. Mary says, love watching your videos and how you enable others. I've started collecting the squares every Monday and have started working with sock yarn as well. Oh, Mary, that is wonderful. Don't forget to get your new square. It is live at 25. Square 25 is available. It is free. Marcy is saying hello to everybody in the chat, and she's in Florida. So you get Eastern time frame. You're a little bit later in the day, so your days may be started. Depends on what your lifestyle is. I personally would like to sleep in, but work and puppy makes that a no-go. I just, the little guy, he's around. He's running around somewhere. We're getting a little bit lighter. Let's see. Can you guys see my lights? Are they still on? Yeah. So those lights down there, those Christmas lights down there at the edge, those are the perimeter of my yard, and those are all solar. And that was just one of the things that we think is fun, right? I mean, we've got, let's see, what else do we have? The torches are out. So we have the solar lights along the whole fence over there. And then you can see some of the dots, the little torches, but we have all of that stuff. We enjoy that. We've never done that at a house before. We've not done any of that type of stuff. Florida 712, yep, that makes sense. Marcy says, this is my mom's account, so I'm still just a kid. Okay, then Marcy, then definitely don't talk about anything, ages or anything like that. Nice to have you here, but don't give out any information. Yeah, it was one of the things when we moved into this neighborhood. We did a lot of walks. We were just walking around the whole neighborhood and just the blocks and stuff. And other neighbors had those lights on their fences, and we'd never seen it before. Maybe you have, but we'd never seen that. So I started Googling it, looked it up, and went, we would like those. And it's so nice that they're solar, so we don't worry about it with going in, plugging them in, turning them on, or anything like that. We just set them up, and it's one of those things, like right now in the summer months, yeah, they're still on in the morning. In the winter months, they'll end up turning off more toward 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, because you don't have as much of the sunlight. Let's see. Okay, Marcy says, no, it's not because they don't know how old I am. I am so I am safe. Yep. Yeah, so if you're, Marcy, if you're an actual child, then please don't put any information on there. We want to keep you safe. We want to keep everyone safe. That's just how that goes. Internet has a lot of great people, but sometimes they're not so nice. So definitely keep your information safe. Teresa says, we have a heat advisory here, so morning I get as much done as possible. No kidding. Now the crocheting comes out. Hey puppy, come on, you want to jump up on here? There you go, buddy. Here's my feral puppy, guys. This is, guys and gals, this is the reason I'm up. he's like, okay, I'll sit with you. I'll sit with you here. I'll sit with you, mama. Look at that. He's a sweetheart. He really, really is. He's absolutely adorable, but he's got his own character. He was born in a place called Center, Colorado. I did not know that that was a place. I just thought that they were referring to, when we went pick him up, that he was in the center of Colorado. But no, it actually is a place. And it is very rural. So we drove about an hour to pick him up, and they drove about an hour to deliver him. He is a rescue puppy in every sense of the word. he had a rough so many months of his life. When we got him, his ear was bitten through and through. He was missing a little bit part of his lip. You know, for dog aggressive, things along that line. He just had a really rough time. I think he survived on his own, just a little bit too much, and he's got that wild in him. When we got him, they commented that he is an outside dog. He will always be an outside dog, and we will not be able to convert him. I'm like, yeah, we can. He's feral. He is so feral. He thinks everything's a cage. So he gets very incensed when we don't shut the door. We do shut the door, but he's like, why? He'll come in and out of the house, but he wants it on his terms. You know, there's a lot of things. So even the house, the entire house, he thinks is a cage. Like I said, he's a wild puppy, but we absolutely love him. He brings a lot of joy to our lives. Say hi, buddy. Say hi, buddy. Yeah, he's character. There's no doubt about that. The breed, he's a Shiba Inu, and he is the sesame color. We have two other Shibas. They are the red color, and they are more characteristic and everything. But this little guy is just, see, he's going after my coffee cup. Yes, it's got a lid on it, but he's like, I'm going to drink it. I'm going to get after it. And this is why I don't have a regular open coffee cup. You know, I wanted to drink that. You know that, right? That was mine. So now I'm going to have to go wash the lid off. Or pretend you didn't just do that. You. Yeah, that's what puppies are for. That's what they do. Oh, this is the other thing that he does. This is him wanting me to rub his belly. So you know how dogs will do the submissive and they'll roll over and they'll let you rub their belly? He doesn't do that. He'll sit and lift a leg up, or as you can see with him standing like that, and he'll lift up a leg. So he's got that paw on me, and he'll do that, and that is his submissive. Yep. And he'll see, this is him being submissive and saying, rub my belly. So I just thought that was kind of an interesting one. I've never seen a dog do that before. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, we're pretty pleased with him. There's no doubt about it. We're happy that he's been part of our lives. Let's see, what do we got going on behind me? So it's definitely a lot lighter. Are we going to get the sun peeking over the clouds? Huh? It says another 15 minutes, so we'll see. But you can see how the neighborhood's definitely lit up. And it is so cool to have those lights right now still. Yep. And that's the edge of our yard. So we're in a subdivision. We've got a pretty decent sized lot for a subdivision, right? You know, it's like something like pretty close to a 1/4 acre. I'm gonna forget my dog drank my coffee, or licked on my lid. I'll wipe that off. I'm gonna drink some of it. Yep. I know. There we go. Well, he's not licking my face. Well, he does that too. But that's why I have that. That's what we look at. So this house to us is a 100% blessing. There is no doubt about that. We weren't looking for a house when we got this house, and this was the only house that we looked at when we talked to the realtor, and we closed on the house in 30 days, which if you've ever bought a house, you know that can be an actual crazy event. Hi Donna, good morning. I did it. It's morning. Look, my eyes are starting to open up. But that has been the case, and I'm telling you, we just can't walk by our kitchen window without saying a prayer. I mean, look at that. Look at that view. That is, yeah, we're in a subdivision, but we're looking at the roofs. You know what I mean? We're over top of, and then when you got this view, you don't even really see the other houses. That's my story anyway, right? So we have the country atmosphere without really being, we're close to everything, but not, you know, way out in the country. But our aspect, we have the country aspect, the country attitude. There's no doubt about that. It's enjoyable. We have sat on our front porch drinking coffee when we first moved in, and there was a fox that, you know, it's like, where did the fox come from? Because all these yards are fenced in. But, you know, it came between our house and the neighbor's house, and it was walking in the street, and there was a fox. So we have seen different animals walking through the neighborhood, which I thought was pretty neat. We have seen the elk. We did see the elk this year. We were told about the elk, but we did see them this year. So way out in those fields back there, yeah, they've got all the animals, and you can hear the coyotes at night. So that's kind of neat too. But it's really enjoyable. And you know, if I shut up for a few minutes, you can definitely hear the birds a lot more. They are quite loud, and that is amazing. I know I've done some shorts there last year, and that we're sitting out here and everything in the morning, and you can hear the birds, and I commented on that. You know, it's just the the different sounds because, well, you know, it's nature. And isn't that what we love, right? Being able to come out and enjoy the air and just the beauty of it and sitting down. Um, the funny part is, see, I've got the couch right now to the back, so you guys have all the view, right? And it is nice to sit on the couch. And one of the things that gets me is we've got this grill right here. Yeah, got the grill right there that hubby put there. That's in front of my chairs. I have some chairs on the other side of that. So when I come out here and have coffee and I'm sitting here in my chairs, I don't get the view because everything is covering. Like, no, no, I want the view. This is for me. This is why this was for us. It was one of the biggest selling points to have that. My son yes, I am married. Yeah, I've been married for over 30 years. Thank you for asking. My son, our middle son, he had commented when we got this place. He said, Mom, Dad, you guys used to drive out here when we moved to Colorado, what, 24 years ago. We used to drive out in this neck of the woods and we used to comment on how beautiful it is, the gorgeous scenery, and wouldn't it be nice to have a house out here? Wouldn't it be nice, you know? And we used to have those dreams and those things along that line. And here it is, you know, 20 plus years later, it's not something that we were pining after, if that makes any sense, but 20 plus years later, we ended up getting this house we weren't looking for. Yeah, we're paying for it, right? We have a mortgage, right? We get that. But we weren't looking for, we didn't have on the horizon. We had a house that was more affordable and everything, but you know, things have changed. Taxes went up and suddenly that house is not affordable, right? You know, I looked at all this stuff and everything. So we were blessed to be here. You know, it's one of those God knows, right? God knows. And this is, and I tell everybody that this house is a 100% blessing. Lou, thank you so much. I will let him know that. That is very kind of you. Yeah, let's see. Our anniversary's in July, and how many years? 33. July, just like another couple weeks, we will be married for 33 years. That's where we're at right now. Everyone knows here and everything. We've got 3 kids and 5 grandkids. So again, a very blessed life. That's no doubt about that. We've definitely been blessed. Let's see, are we getting anything popping up over here? We're just gonna get so many over clouds. Am I gonna actually do the sunrise morning live and the sun's gonna be hidden by the clouds? I'm hoping that it will peek through. I am hoping that you'll be able to see the rays just come through and it doesn't just get light and go, oh well, we missed it. You know, as far as a good sunrise. I think that would be a little more fun. I did look at the little clock where it says, hey, sunrise expected at 5:32 a.m. I don't understand it, but whatever, we'll go by it. So I guess in 9 more minutes, we'll see that pop up. That'll be nice. Hey, you can see my eyeballs now. They're starting to open up. I'm getting more awake. That's how that works. My son, we have 3 kids, and middle son has more in the morning, more my eyes in the morning, no doubt about that. If you guys have kids, do you have more than 1 kid? Teresa says, I have 5 grandkids too, and a wow. No, ours are way too young for that. Our grandkids, our oldest one is 8 as far as grandkids. We've got from 2 to 8. That's the little ones. So definitely a lot younger as far as that goes. The kids range from 26 to 30, 31. So Donna, you have 4 kids, so you get that. It is the craziest thing with children. I get it. They're all different. Is their personalities. You can have same mom, same dad, same with us, right? 33 years, it will be in July. Same mom, same dad, generally the same economic condition because, you know, they're close enough together. And they are so unique, so different. I'm like, how did you pick up this trait and you glossed over that trait? You know, it is just the craziest thing to have that. Colleen says 3 here and 7 grandkids. Congratulations. You know, I joke about that one too. It's like I had a lot to do with the kids, but nothing to do with the grandkids, right? You know, I didn't do that. I'm blessed and I'm thankful, but I had nothing to do with that part. Because people always do that and they do the massive congratulations, especially if you have a lot of grandkids, like you did something. Well, you did the kids, right? Let's not get crazy. But I always thought that was kind of an interesting one. But we are blessed with all of them. And Michelle has 2 daughters just in the early 30s, only granddogs so far. Well, Michelle, hopefully you will be blessed and have have grandkids one day. They are amazing. Justine, hi Justine. Justine says, yay, I thought this was a great idea when you mentioned yesterday. We have 4 daughters and 2 granddaughters. Wow, you had all daughters? Ooh, yeah, I had the one daughter, right? She's amazing, but you know, during our teen years, I don't think we agreed on that. Let's put it that way, right? We were like oil and water. We get along a lot better now. We never hated each other, but you know, I was not the smartest when she was younger. You know what I'm getting at? You know how that goes. You know how kids are. And now that she's got kids of her own, I became smart. It's brilliant how that works, right? So I can't imagine having 4 daughters. I mean, bless you. I cannot imagine that. Yep. And then Robin has a fur baby on top of it. Hi, Marianne. Hi. How are you doing? Say, wow, howdy. Yes, live and a bit overcast. Good morning. I know, I'm hoping that we get to see the sun actually pop through since I did come out and you know, sitting here and everything. Mary says, I have 3 sons aged 38, 36, and 26, 1 daughter-in-law, and no grandchildren. So you had a big split. So the 26-year-old could possibly had a different economic situation than your other 2. And that's what I was commenting on. Ours, you know, were the same situation. They were close enough together. Molly has 2 daughters, 22, 27 and 22, and girls are hard. Girls are definitely interesting, you know, there is. We dealt with all the makeup and stuff like that. My daughter wears makeup and fixes her hair and does all that stuff, and I told her at a younger age, if she wanted to get into the makeup, she had to talk to her friends, because, you know, I don't put the face on. For special occasions, I try to, very, very little, because I'm not good at it. You know, so I'm like, I can't help you with that, baby. I can't. So she's learned all of that stuff on her own. She's an adult, and she does that. And okay. Let's see. Mama Wench, Marianne says, I have 1 son and a daughter and 3 grandsons. And we've got 2 grandsons and 3 granddaughters. Colleen says, I don't even babysit grandkids when mom and dad go. Mom and dad go, kids go. We do babysit the babies because mom needs that and everything while she's working. So we do get a chance to watch the kids, which is nice. Joanne says stepdaughter's getting married this Friday. Oh, congratulations. That is amazing. So grandchildren maybe next year, fingers crossed. Yeah, that's how that works, right? We had ours pretty close right after. Justine said, oh, middle school was the worst. Oldest granddaughter goes into the 6th grade this year. Oh, wow. That's, yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Joy says, I don't need the face on natural beauty. Well, I guess that's a blessing. You know, actually, I didn't even brush my hair. I did this, right? I got up and went, okay, and I went into the closet and I went like this against all the clothes and I grabbed a shirt. So I'm like, I don't know what shirt I'm going to wear. I'm covered, right? I put on some jeans, I put on a shirt, and I did this with my hair and went, okay, we talked about this. It's not sticking straight up. It's not got those weird bedhead thingies. It's good. We're good. I'm gonna do it. And that's how that went. Those were the rules, right? I had to get up early enough, and the hair didn't have to look like a troll doll. When it's shorter, oh my gosh, with the red hair and it's shorter, it sticks straight up. I look like a troll doll. And if you're old enough, you know what I'm talking about. Yes. So that was the rule. It couldn't be like that, right? It just couldn't do that route. That was the big thing. Yeah, that was crazy. Justine, middle school, I can't. I would not want to go back to those years. Definitely would not want to go back to those years. That's that. And you know, today too, we didn't have all the things. Like we're able to have this conversation, obviously, with the cell phone and YouTube and everything. But when we were growing up, that wasn't the case. We had like, what is it, like 3 TV channels, and they weren't 24/7. You know, that type of a situation, depending on how old you are. And we did stuff. We did other stuff. We entertained ourselves in other ways. Bullies were left at school. And now that's not always the case. They chase you around. You know, they're in your face. Facebook is that death scroll that I've talked about. That is addicting. I have been putting it down. My husband is actively, when he sees me on my phone, if it's not something YouTube related where I'm looking at the comments or something like that and responding, he'll call me out. He says, what are you doing? Are you doing scrolling again? Yes, put your phone down. So I'm trying to break that habit because it was slow and it was insidious. I resisted it for years, but evidently it's gotten me recently. I don't like it. I don't like it. It affects the mind. It affects the mental. And my stuff as far as Facebook and anything goes, it's actually yarn related. It's yarn related. It's that. It's another group that I'm part of is Gen X only, which I think is hilarious because it just talks about things that we did as childhood, and it's not even negative stuff. It's not whatever you would think of in your world as negative, but it's just the whole scrolling. And what are you scrolling for? I don't know. You're just scrolling and waiting for that next something fun and exciting, and then your day is gone and you feel like garbage. So he's helping me to break that habit, which is good because I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yep. And Donna, you're right. I learned to crochet when I was 10 years old, and I did a lot of crochet. My mom didn't have a problem with me watching TV when I was a kid, but I had to have something in my hands. So I did a lot of that. I didn't knit when I was a kid, but I definitely do both now, right? And Robin says she has 2 dolls in Norway, 2 troll dolls in Norway. Know exactly what you mean about there. Oh, I'm telling you, especially when it's a lot shorter, it's surprising short, and then how high it can stand up. It's very surprising. It's a little longer now, so there you go. Teresa says, I miss my ginger color. I'm all faded out and going white and silver, tempted to color it. I get that. I get that. You know, I'm not sure what year I'm ready to go all white and silver. We know how that goes. I'm 54, so here's a little guy. He's back. So I don't know what the age is to just say whatever, but it's not today. That's a good way to put it. We're gonna get anything popping up? It is nice out here though, it is. And you know what's really cool too, is the neighbors that are right there, they've got a Chihuahua that stands right there and like will bark for hours. They'll stand at the top of those steps and just bark for hours, and the Chihuahua's inside, which is nice. Because I was kind of wondering, am I gonna be able to come out on my deck this year and do some lives? Because I did that last year when it was warm and it was really nice. But I'd come out here and that Chihuahua just does not quiet. It's a cute little puppy, but, well, it's probably not a puppy, they're just little, but wow, it just didn't stop. So it's nice, it's morning, their dogs aren't out. There's a lot of dogs in the neighborhood, and they like to greet each other. Yeah. They quiet down, but they do like to greet each other. My coffee down. Teresa says, I want to learn how to knit, but I have tremor issues, but I can crochet, if that makes any sense. Well, yeah, that does make sense. And you know what? I talk about both, obviously, knitting, crocheting, using big yarn, using little yarn, but truthfully, if you're using yarn, you're touching it, you're playing with it, that's good enough. And don't worry about it that you can't do that or you want to do that or whatever. There's also the loom knitting that a lot of people like. I'm not crazy about it just because it's slow for me, but I see some other people whip some stuff out and I'm like, how did you do that? You know, when I got on the loom knitting, it was like crazy slow, but you just made this huge project that, you know, I don't know. Everyone has their talents. There's no other way to put it. But don't beat yourself up about it, you know, enjoy what you're doing. You're having fun and you're still using the yarn. It doesn't matter. I mean, I keep talking about it with the smaller yarns, but I like that. See, Marianne says, just realize that beyond your deck, you've got some amazing elevation. Oh yeah, definitely. That's one of the things, I'll stand up. That's one of the things that we talk about here. And yeah, we're in a community, but those houses are below us, you know, so that's, let me see if I can get it over here. Yeah, so all that stuff is below us, and you can see the corner of our yard, all the lights went off. Well, no, there's some on right there still. All those looks like Christmas lights over here. Yeah, that's the edge of my yard. But, and then my husband likes to, let's see if I can get that down. Yeah, he likes to make sure we have a decent yard. The grandkids have their sand pit over there. Let's see, where's the camera at? Right, we got the little sandbox and everything that was previously there. I mean, we've got a great yard for the kids to come out and play in. It's a lot of fun. Papa does a really good job making sure the yard's nice and green. We pick up all the dog messes, so when the grandkids come in, it doesn't end up on our carpet. You know what I'm getting at? Yeah, so, I don't know. But that was one of the things that we liked about this the most, is just the views. And, you know, I can, when I'm working from home, I can sit at my kitchen table, which is not much farther from where we're sitting, and it does look out at this view. So I can do that, and I've got the huge open window, and I can see all of this. And you know, when you're sitting at the kitchen table, you get more of the view like I've got at the deck, so you're not really looking at those houses. And that is also our bedroom view. So our bedroom view has the same thing. We've got the windows for the back of the house, and that is our stuff as far as that goes. So again, we are just really blessed with all of this. So that's really nice. Marianne says, with regards to Ginger, my daughter is a strawberry blonde, and my grandmother always said she was her little redhead. I'm telling you, there's a fire to it. There's no joke about that. Gorgeous view, and at one point I saw some rays streaming through the clouds. Did we get something? I'm not seeing it yet. Okay. I'm just trying to throw that out there. I have sat here and had the double rainbow, which was just amazing. And I took a video on that one. There's a short, but good luck finding it because I've got over 500 videos out there. But with a double rainbow, and it from start to finish. So I did it from one side all the way to the other. So you have the whole thing, the beginning and the end of the double rainbow. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but I do have a short on that. That is amazing. That is really cool. Yep. And then I've been out here before, and the hummingbirds are out now. So every once in a while when I'm out, you'll see a hummingbird fly over my head. I have had that also, like, oh yeah, so they are out and about already this time of year, and it's really neat. We've had one come in the house, and hubby was able to catch it surprisingly and let it go back outside. Obviously it's like, oh, we don't want you in the house, we want you to go live your life, go outside and play and enjoy life. So that was pretty neat that he was able to catch it and not do any harm and let it go back outside. Robin, I'll have to find that one again and link it, if that one right there, and I'll link it to this after this is all done, and so you can go ahead and see that with the double rainbow. I mean, it's beautiful, but I mean, God's promise, right? And a double rainbow. And have you seen the beginning to the end? I mean, it was just like that, the two strokes of it, both. It absolutely, I'd never seen one like that before. And yeah, that was outside of our window. We were able to see that, and I just thought that was just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And and I think that's what I titled it, as God's promise, something along that line, because that's what the rainbow is, God's promise. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that. I'll find that. I know I should make some playlists of some of my stuff, because I've been doing this for a year now, and between the shorts and the videos, I'm pushing 600, right? So it's a little cumbersome to try to go back and figure out, it's like, which one was that again? But it's been enjoyable doing all of that and just showing that. So I think last year I did more of the coming outside on the deck and the beautiful sunshine views and stuff like that as far as the shorts were concerned. Joanne, you had a beautiful double rainbow a couple of weeks ago over our yard. Simply, isn't that great? Did you get both ends? Did you see both ends, or just like part of it? As that was just, to me, I'm like, is that a thing? I mean, obviously it was a thing. I got it on film, right? But like, that was just amazing. Because I've seen different things where you can see like a partial of a double rainbow or something like that, or sometimes you'll see the full rainbow. But just to see that in that aspect, it was stunning. It really was. That was pretty neat. And yeah, ours was, over right behind me. That's where it was. We're gonna get this. We're gonna just be cloudy all day. I don't know. I didn't check that out. I just knew that I was awake, right? My husband's still in bed, which is surprising. I expected him to come down and go, "What are you doing? Why are you filming? What are you doing? You have work today." Well, I know. And I have a video that's going to be popping up at 6 a.m., right? That I recorded last night. Hi, Elaine. How are you doing? Good morning. Well, as far as the sunrise said, good morning. I missed your sunrise. Oops, 7:39 here. Getting ready for work. Yeah, I've got to get ready for work in a little bit too. I normally get up around 6:30. Well, okay, I get up earlier than that, but the alarm's set for 6:30. No, we haven't seen the sun poke up. It's supposed to, poke through at 5:32, and I guess we're just too overcast. Let's see. We're just too overcast right now because it's definitely bright. I mean, we've got it. You can see it kind of popping a little bit, but Like, come on. I had this great idea, right? We're gonna come and do a morning sunrise, and and I did it on a cloudy day. It was a good idea. I guess that means we're gonna have to do this again. I don't know. We'll wait a little bit and see if it pops through a little bit. It kind of shows through some of those clouds. But bummer, huh? I was hoping that we would have just the oranges and all the pretty and everything else like that. Yeah, Justine's saying it's supposed to be cool today, so it might be a while. I did look, and we were supposed to have that popping through at 6:32. You know how the weather people know all these things. I don't know, but they do. So let's see, what do we have? Is it popping through? No. Guess we're just gonna miss it today. You just got to hear me talk about it. We'll have to do another one to where we can actually see that pop through and all the bright colors. And Elaine says it's supposed to be 90 there today. Yeah, I don't know what our temperature is going to be. It's cool right now. Justine's telling me it's cool. She's also here in Colorado. Marianne says maybe Saturday morning will be clear and you can sit, have your coffee, beverage of choice, and not have to get ready for work. Yeah, so I agree with you, because that's what I was thinking. It's like, well, I'll do it during the weekend because then I don't have to worry about any stress or anything else. But the puppy was cute. He's absolutely adorable. He jumps up in the bed, and that's where he lets me rub his tummy, and that's where he lets me love on him and do all that other stuff in the morning. And then it's because he has to go out. He's like, all right. And then if I don't respond quick enough, he's gonna lick my face off. That's it. It's like, come on, get up. You have to let me out. So I did that, and it's like, well, if I'm gonna let him out, and it wasn't even 5 a.m. It's like, well, let me go get clothes on and dressed appropriately and whatever. And I'm getting dressed in the dark because I don't wake up my husband. And come on outside and get my little tripod thing that I obviously decided not to use, and get all that stuff set up and make the coffee and come out here and be awake. So it was just like I commented, total target of opportunity. That's all there is to it. So Marianne's saying showing for 86 today, and Justine's saying we're going to be in the 70s. So yeah, it's going to be a little cooler. So yeah, I think I know what I'm wearing to work today. Yep, that works out really well. Teresa, I have to admit, I love a cloudy sky, always changing, looks like beautiful paintings, and less chance I'll get sunburned. Yeah, I'm a very white person. Yep. I get sunburned. I'm very white, very fair skinned, no doubt about that. We used to joke neon white. My kids are the same way, so is my husband. It's just genetics. That's how that goes. It's funny with our middle son. He blonde, it's the dark brown or light brown, whatever right now, but all my kids came out, they were blonde, right? Just towheads. And he was so fair skinned, you could see his veins, and just, I mean, it's one of those things. It's the craziest thing. It's like, oh look, I can see your blood pumping. It's just weird. It really is. And we used to talk about that. People talk about vacations like, oh, I want to go to the beach. That's not in our world. No. And it's not because we're in Colorado. Now my daughter loves the beach, but it's not because we're in Colorado. It's because we are neon white, and neon white people turn red. So there's that. It's like, I don't really want to go get burnt. That's it. And I've got coworkers, they talk about, I'm going on a beach vacation. Hey, vacation spots. You can go to the water. You can do this. Is it all inclusive? It's all this. I'm like, yeah, that's, your world and mine are different. I tried to get the kids to go to like a water park when they were younger, and they're like, no, because we burn. It's like, yeah, there's no sunscreen that's going to work. We burn, and you're not there long enough before you're a lobster, and then that's not fun. So there is that, right? Well, yeah, I can see you'd want the 70s if you're you're expecting the 90s. I can see that. And Joanne says, I have to get a move, but have a great day. We've been in the triple digits in temperatures today. Ooh, don't envy that. You have a delightful personality. Rock on, my friend. Thank you so much. And Leanne saying good morning. And Landa Rose, good morning, sunshine from San Antonio. We were expecting the sunshine. I'm going to stand up so you can kind of see the sky a little bit, but I think it's too cloudy to, come on over here. I think it's too cloudy to really you can see a little bit, right? You can see that coming in right there. But I don't think we're gonna see the sun itself. It's too cloudy for that. It's way past the time where the so-called sunrise would have happened, but we're just not gonna see it. I had no control over that. All I could do is get up in the morning and turn on the camera, so I did that. It was the best I could do this morning. The dogs are like, "What are you doing, Mom? Why are you outside? What's going on? Why are you playing?" But yeah, this is Lander. You didn't get a chance to hear that we're talking about. Is this is the house that we talk about that was a blessing. This is 100% a blessing. When we got this, we were not looking at buying a house in any way, shape, or form. My daughter was looking. Her and her husband were looking for a place either to rent or to buy, and we had looked at this, and it was the same time at night. So it was late at night. It was like 10 o'clock, something like that, and she had sent me a picture, say, "Hey Mom, what do you think of this?" And they were looking for them, but this was not in their budget, but they were looking for them. And we saw this, and I talked to my husband. I'm like, "Well, do you want to go look at it?" And again, we had a house. There was no reason for us to get a house. We had a house that we thought we were going to be in, and within 30 days we closed on the house. Going from not planning on buying a house, not looking at a house, we did the whole thing that you never do. We clicked the button because we looked at it for Redfin at first, and we clicked the button and said, "Hey, do you want more information?" The one that you're going to get spam from the realtors for the rest of your life, that button. We clicked the button. You never click that button. You know what I'm getting at. So we did that, and then we're chatting back and forth, and it is midnight, and they're asking us, "Are you qualified? Are you this? Are you that?" I'm like, we weren't even looking for a house, so we didn't talk to anybody at that point. And literally 30 days later, we were closing on the house. We saw it on the 24th of January, and we closed on the 24th of February, and that is absolutely crazy. That is crazy fast, everything else, and that's why we call it, this is our God house. This is the house the Lord has given us and blessed us with. So in that view, that is the view we have from our bedroom, and that is the view we have from the kitchen table. This is the back of the house where all the windows are, and it's stunning. We wake up to that view every morning. It is absolutely stunning. And we actively walk around the house talking about how this is a blessing because you can't see it as anything else. We weren't planning on it. People don't plan on that. And this was during the time period where in our neck of the woods, people were outbidding each other. My son had lost a house that they were bidding on, and I think they were going to go like $50,000 above asking price, and they didn't get the house. And that was during that time period. Not now. Now it's the downturn. Everyone's cutting prices. But it was during that time period. There was no bidding war. We were the only ones who had a chance to bid on it. They pulled it from the market, and then the realtor's like, "Hey, we have a buyer. They'll pay for it," and that was it. So we didn't have any of that stuff at all, and the interest rate we got on it was 2.625, which is amazing. I mean, everything lined up. Everything was a blessing, and there's no way we could have done that. That was 100% God. So this is anyone that sits still long enough, I tell them about the house God gave us, and this is it. This is 100% it, and you can't look out at that view and not know that God's there. So there you go. Yep. Yeah, Leonard, we use the VA loan. My husband and I, both retired military, and that is 100% a useful tool. Let's put it that way. There's no doubt about that. Yep. Yeah, Teresa says, "Yeah, no sunscreen works here either. Irish, German ancestry." Yep, we get that. Landis says, "Same for my house. I love it. Been here for 8 years. We've been here for a little over 2 years, and like I said, there's no other way to put it. It's just a 100% blessing." So you said you saw your listing, and before we even saw the house in person, you said, "Put in an offer now." My gut's never wrong. That's a blessing. That's amazing. That worked out really well. And Justine says, "I have goosebumps." That's a great story. It really is, and I'm not joking. I really do. If you hold still long enough, I do that at work too. Very much. I had, what was it? Somebody had commented, and then HR, because they get involved with everything. It's like, "Do you talk about God at work?" "Oh yeah, God gave me my house. We don't hear the story." And the HR's like, "I don't want to hear it. Shut up, leave me alone." I'm like, yeah, exactly. God gave me my house. Here, let me sit down for a minute. I'll tell you the story. Yeah, that was not the story they wanted to hear. But it's true. It's true. That might not be your belief, but it is 100% true. This is, I believe that completely all the way in my soul, that this is where we're supposed to be. We joke about that too, because we're at that point where it's like, "Hey, would you like to do a weekend getaway, a bed and breakfast or something like that?" And we've talked about it. But have you seen that view? I'm like, you know, you go to a bed and breakfast, you pay for a view like that if you've got a view, right? You're gonna have a, maybe you might have a window or whatever, and you might see traffic down below or what have you, but you don't have that view. And if you get that view, you're paying an arm and a leg. I'm like, well, do we need to leave the house? We've got the pretty view. I mean, isn't that why you go some places? You want something better than what you have? You know, that vacation thing, something like, no, we've got the better. The house is the better. We've got the better, right? So we haven't done those types of things because, again, we've got that. We don't need to go to a bed and breakfast. We have that. I mean, that is right there every morning. So that works out really well, since our little feral puppy wouldn't be too thrilled with that, with us leaving him. I don't know. Teresa, it is our pleasure. My husband did 21 years. I did 27 years. So, you know, he says it's because I couldn't move on, afraid to branch out into the big new world, couldn't quit, right? But yeah, 27 years for me, 21 for him. I want to rent out a room. We had our son and our daughter-in-law live with us for a couple years, and that was really nice because the basement, the previous owners had set that up as an apartment, so it was really, you know, with walkout, and they had their own entrance for the walkout door and all that stuff, and they had it set up like that. So it has the washing machine and dryer down there and the kitchenette down there and all of that other stuff. So it was nice. They've moved on to their own place now, but it was nice to have them here. It really was. Marianne says, well, I have totally enjoyed visiting with you this morning. I need to get my day started. I do too, which means the good morning video first. Yep, with an announcement. Everyone have a great day. Hugs and smooches. It was nice having you here, Marianne. Thank you so much. And Landa, yeah, 25 years. Yeah, we will be 33 years in July. Congratulations. That is an amazing feat. Today's day and age, people don't stick it out. And you know, if your marriage is anything like ours, you've had good days and you've had bad days, and blessed, the good days are more, right? They are. And you know what's really crazy is, I know we had rocky times in the beginnings because hello, we're two human people. We're two different people with different ideas and values, and we came together as a joint couple. Hey buddy, how you doing? So with that, you're gonna have rocks, but I don't remember the details of those rocky times. I know they were there, but I don't remember the details because they don't matter. You know, I remember the good times. I know why I'm still here, and I know I love my husband and my family. So there you go. Look at this. So this is him being submissive. You see that? This is, he won't roll on his back, but he'll do that. And that is him. This is when I talk about my feral puppy. This is this little guy. That's him being submissive. Yep. Yeah, it's my little one. Justine, 27 years. Yeah, so it's so true. It really is. Yep, and that's my little adorable puppy, and I take his little snuggles like this. He's still, he's afraid of my husband, but he loves him. He's, my husband's the alpha in the house, and he does all the feeding. That's because he's, you know, afraid of him, so we're trying to get him to where he'll come to him. He doesn't really come to either one of us unless he feels like it, like this, right? Now, if it's stormy and thundering and I'm not home, he'll jump in my husband's lap because, well, he'll protect him, right? So there is that. My dog Einstein's 12, an old man. Yeah, you're the alpha. I get that. Yeah. Hey, buddy. You're a sweetheart. So that's it. So I guess we're just not going to be able to see the sun poking through all the clouds. You know, it's been nice talking to everyone, though. I've definitely enjoyed that. I'm going to stand up one more time and see what we got. But it's just going to be a cloudy... Oh, we can see it coming up over here. Can you see that? You see that fiery coming through? It's just not going to pop right yet for all the clouds. But we can see that a little bit. But we don't have the big ball of sun coming up, which is, oh my gosh, it is so stunning right here. And you can see the hills, right? You can see all the hills and everything with that. I know, I just ignore the fact the houses are there. I'm not gonna lie. I just ignore that, and I just kind of look over top of them, right? That's just me. I'm like, no, this is my country view. What houses? What are you talking about? I see no houses. I just gloss right over all the houses. You know, I'm like, I don't get what you're talking about. But I don't think we're gonna see the sun pop through. We just have that right there that's just, you can see the fire right there, but it's not right there. Well, with that, everybody, I think I'm gonna go ahead and make some coffee for my husband and bring it up to him in bed. This is what we do. We take turns giving coffee to each other in bed. I know, I'm spoiled. He's like, all right, you little princess, here's your coffee. So he does that to me on the days that he gets up first. And I do it to the days that I get up first. And it's just, you know, it's just one of those little love language type things. So there we go. You guys, everyone have a great day. It has been such a joy talking with you. We'll do a sunrise again, and hopefully it won't be cloudy and we'll actually get to see the sun. I mean, yeah, I can't guarantee what day that is because it just has to be, you know, awake and neutral hair and get some clothes on, right? That's how that works, right? Everyone have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody. Let's see, it's that button. There we go. Got